Hey, it's your girl Barbie J here, and we are talking about Tyler Perry's Sisters, Season 3, Episode 3, The Gift of Goodbye. Bye bye, baby, bye bye. Say what? I said bye bye, baby, bye bye. I don't know who he talking about saying goodbye, but we soon shall find out, won't we? Anyway, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please take a moment now, subscribe now, hit the little subscribe button down here on this side or whatever side. Just hit that, help a sister's channel grow. And shout out to everybody in the comment section who've been holding my channel down each week. I thank you very much. Now let's jump in. It starts off with Zach finding that woman's, was it laptop she left, the bag, and he's so silly because he lying, talking about he had to hold the plane and stop it himself and everything, and he comes back, saves the lady. She said her life is in there. His hand is out like, where's my tip? Where's my tip? And she ain't getting it, and he's like, if that's your life, what else is in that bag, you know? And so he tells, I was like, he was funny. That's the old crazy Zach I remember. And he's saying, you know, I ain't trying to ask for a tip or nothing. She's like, oh. And she goes and gives him a card. I said, he should have said, I don't want to I'm not asking for a tip. But he gives him the card. And she said it was a stock tip. And Zach don't know nothing about no damn stock tip. But he don't know her either to be putting all his money into no stock tip. So now she's sitting there going, you know, I'll help you. I'll walk you through it. What time you get off work? Come meet me at my hotel. I'm at the whatever. And I'll help you. And he's like, bet, okay. But at first he gave the card back, but then he kept it saying, all right, I'll try it, you know. So when she walks away, Danny comes over and she's being nosy, want to know what that was all about and what you doing. And Zach's like, mind your business. He said, don't you got a customer over there? She's like, well, she gave you her phone number. You pushing up on a cougar. So I said the two funny ones. All I needed was Maurice in that circle, you know. I thought that was a funny little scene, going back and forth. Not hilarious, but it was a little funny scene. Anyway, then it moved on to we at the bank, and Maurice trying to get into the room to talk to Sabrina, because she hiding behind the door just like Danny told her to do. She's hiding in her office. I'm busy. He's like, well, I need to talk to you about oh God, I forgot his name. Calvin's bank account, a bank problem. I'm busy. And then he goes back behind his desk. Here comes Jacoby. Sabrina, I'm busy. Maurice, no, it's not Maurice. It's Jacoby. I'm busy. Can we talk? He want to talk about business. He said, we knew he wasn't going to go in there. He getting there talking about, I just want to apologize. She ain't never say come in. She ain't say come in. I just want to apologize for how I treat you. You know, I was intoxicated or drunk or tipsy, whatever he said he was. And he's sorry and all this stuff. And she was like, look, you just came over for a booty call and stuff. He said, hey, you called me. I said, see, Sabrina, there it is. You called me over and all this stuff. Tell me you didn't like it when I started nibbling on your ass. See, you said it was business. That's why she didn't want to let you in. But she never told you to go over into the office. But he went anyway. And now she's got to do this talking with him while he apologizing and all this stuff and wanting to work together. We got to work together. She don't want to be bothered with him, but she going to have to. And that's her fault. That's on her. Sorry to say it. Then it switches over to Gary calling Fatima. Fatima ain't trying to talk to him. I'll put you through to Miss Barnes. No, I want to talk to you. Did she tell you about her photo shoot? No, she did not. Well, if she tells you, can you go with her? She didn't ask me. Please, whatever. Dude. Okay, fine. If she mentions it, I'll come with her. So we know he planning some kind of wedding or something. But let's see what happens, okay? So then Fatima, she goes down the hall into Andy's office, even though she was sick of Gary, didn't want to do it. She went in there and asked her, did she need anything? Do you need anything? And she was like, no, I don't need anything. You sure? A cup of coffee or anything? And then she said, you know what? I do know. She said, here's the number to a police officer. I need to file an incident report, and I wanted to know if I can do it over the phone. And she's like, like, what's going on? And she was like, what's that look for? She said, I worry about it. She said, what's going on? Nothing. Everything's fine. You know how Andy's, everything's fine. And Fatima sits down. You sure you don't want to tell me about it? I'm like, Hello. And she's like, if I wanted to tell you about it, I know you would have told me. So she didn't want to tell her about it, you know. And so she said, do you want me to set it up for after work? She said, well, actually, after work, I have something to do with. She's told her what Gary had set up with the photo shoot. She's like, wow, has he ever done something this before? You know, something like this before? And she's like, no. And she said, but what's that look for? Like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? She said, I don't trust his ass. She kept saying she don't trust him. You know, and she's like, you sound like the girls and stuff. You sound just like them. You know, she said, well, they have a point. They really do. And she said, what else was there? It was something else. She said, oh, this when Andy said, look, I share too much with the girls, you know, and they don't and because of it, they don't give him a fair shake or fair chance and everything, you know. So, but what Fatima told her is like, but just remember, honey, what you shared was the truth, you know. So it was the truth what happened. So why you getting mad at them, you know? You know, for the way they feel. They're just looking out. So anyway, she said, well, Fatima, do me a favor. Can you not sound or be like the girls? You know, she don't want her to act like them. Shit, Fatima acting like Fatima. That's all she doing. They ain't acting like nobody in particular. But that's what she's doing. Anyway, so Fatima's like, okay, fine. She walks out of there and she closed the door and said, I don't trust his damn ass. Talking about Gary. I don't believe him either. Nobody trusted him. So then when they show Calvin, this is my scene though. Is this the funny scene? Yeah, this is the funny scene with Calvin. There was a lot of funny stuff in this episode. Calvin comes and shows up at the bank and he's yelling at Maurice. Mother, I went to the ATM and it says I'm overdrawn and I need that money. I need my money. He said, I know you need that money because we need to pay my rent. He said, I got your rent money. He said, it's just that the check gonna bounce. You know, so he's like, what am I going to do? Can't I go to another bank? No, we have to do it here. It's good to know somebody. Have somebody you know, to help you out, hook you up. So he's like, you get a manager, the right manager, she could reverse it. So, right away. Any other branch will take days. So she said, okay. He said, where's she at? In the office in there. He said, with the blinds closed and the door closed? He's in there, ain't he? Oh, Maurice is like, I don't know. And I'm like, Maurice, why you didn't just tell him? He's like, I don't know. He said, Maurice, if I find out he's in that office with him, I'm going to what did he say? I'm going to beat your ass. I'm going to kick your ass or something like that, he said. And Maurice is like, I don't know if he's in there. And he knocks on that door and she's like, what is it? Or something like that. She said, I need you for customers or whatever, help with a customer. And she's taking so long to come out here. And that's when Calvin got mad and said, what's taking your ass so long to come out of there? I said, oh, Lord Jesus. But Sabrina's playing this game where because this was an issue with Calvin, you're not paying attention to Maurice's email. That's a hurtful thing when somebody takes all your money. If you ever had that happen to you or know somebody who had that happen to you and all your money is gone because of somebody bootleg, use your checks or whatever, or got your debit card, come on. Sabrina should know. How do I know you need some money? You know I need my damn money. Did you get a police report? So she came out and she's like looking at him and stuff. And she giving him an attitude. And he's like, hold up. Why you got an attitude with me for? You the one that was in the wrong. And she was like, look, don't want to do this anymore. It's stupid. I don't want to do this here. And Maurice is saying, we're in the bank. We're in a bank. Maurice, since when you care people in a damn bank when drama going on? You love it. You soak it up. So she's like, this is stupid. And he said, what? Is this about him? And he said, yo, I'm not in this, all right? So I'm sitting there going, well, what the F you doing still standing there? You came out of that office. It ain't none of your business what's going on. Why you still standing there? Ain't none of your business, right? So he's like, well, he said, I'm not in this, all right? He said, oh, see, this when Calvin got crass. Calvin came out his face with the foul remark. It was a funny one, but it was like, and it was a truthful one, but he said, well, you didn't mind you had no problem being in her last night. I said, oh God. Maurice is back there saying, oh no, he didn't. Oh no, he didn't. Oh no, he didn't. I was dying. I was cracking up. I said, "Oh no!" And that's when Sabrina was like, "Well, you need to have a police report, and if you don't have a police report, then I can't help you." He's like, "That's bullshit." She said, "Well, if you remember before, I got in trouble because she helped. Who was it? Andy. She ended up getting in trouble because she helped Andy without getting the proper stuff. But still, there's a way to say it and a way to do it. And if you're gonna be professional, be professional." Jacoby and them in the office talking about being professional and working together, her and Jacoby, but yet, what went down? Shoot. Calvin was mad, and he said, "I bet if he asked you, and I bet you if he asked you to do it, you would." He said, "Again, I'm not in this." He said, "I'm not dealing with this no more," or something like that. More. Calvin just got so upset, and Sabrina came in, "I'm not dealing with this anymore. I gotta stop this." And oh, it was so crazy. It was so crazy. I don't even know what to say sometimes. It was funny. They end up fighting and stuff. I mean, but Calvin pushed first. Calvin did the first push, and that was it. He started it. But Jacoby, one, you shouldn't have been standing there. Two, you're an employee. So if you hit a client of the bank, he's a client, a customer of the bank, he could sue you for hitting him. Because he pushed you, but you punched him. You know what I mean? So, you're supposed to be professional. And I'm sure there's cameras, and maybe there's not, because when Maurice had Calvin piss in that cup, they did it right there too. But anyway, I'm sorry. But the funny part, when Jacoby punched him, and Calvin was like, "Ah!" He spun around. He spun around and screamed. He did that scream. "Ah!" And stuff. I'm sorry, y'all. That was the funniest shit. I'm sorry. And Maurice kept saying, "Did y'all hear that?" Did you hear his bitch ass scream? I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. That was so funny. Sabrina was like, "What did you do that for? What is wrong with you? Get out of here. You gotta leave. What? I gotta leave?" She yelling at Jacoby. "He hit me. He came at me. All this stuff." No, you wanted to do that, punk. You wanted to do that. Y'all both mad at each other, You wanted to do that. And he's like, he should have stepped away when he knew he had nothing to do with it while you're standing there. So he was like, "This is some bullshit, Sabrina." She's like, "Go. You gotta go." He said, "You're firing me?" "No, I'm suspending you. Now get out." "No, this ain't right. He came at me." Meanwhile, Calvin laid out on the floor. Ain't nobody doing nothing. They like, Calvin. Calvin. Calvin was doing all that tough stuff. "What you gonna do, Bill? What you gonna do it?" Homeboy went pop. He went, "Oh!" I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Whew, I gotta get it together. Y'all give me a minute. So anyway, he wouldn't get up. Sabrina runs to back saying somebody's gonna be upset. I don't know who she says gonna be upset. And all she had to do is do it for him, or tell him, "Just hurry up and get me a police report. I'll do it now, but can you run and get a police report?" Say something. But she didn't do that. And she ran to the back, and all of a sudden, Maurice is down there saying, Calvin jumps up fighting. I said he just all over the place. He fighting. I was like, "Oh no, he sucker punched me. He did this. He did that." I said, "This is too much. This is too much." This was a funny episode. That's all I gotta say. So then Sabrina comes out and gives him the paper and says, she did the reversal. If you was gonna do the reversal that quick, you could have avoided all of this, but you had to act up like Sabrina. And that's when Maurice told her after, "You bring the drama, girl. You had two men fighting after you. You bring so much drama." She was like, she said, "Girl," she looking at him like, "Are you for real with that?" And he's like, "Girl, Let's be real. She said, look, shut up, Maurice. Just shut up. You want to get fired today, too? You want to get fired? He said, I won't be the one. It'll be you and what did he call it? Japatica? Japatica. He don't never get his name right. He called Geppetto the other week. I was like, Japatica. You Japatica. And that's the truth. She was in the middle of that, and she was basically causing that issue. So I said, all right now. Then let's go for that because I done spent about 7 minutes on that. Sorry, y'all. But then they show Andy talking. I don't know what this client has to do with anything. I know Fatima came in earlier saying that client was getting on her nerve, whoever he was. And then they, for whatever reason, showed Andy talking to this client who has this wife that she's in another country and they're getting divorced and she's going to take me for everything. And I mean, not take me for, leave me with nothing. And I don't have any money to pay my rent and all that stuff. So he had to ask her for coffee and cake and had Fatima running around trying to get it and stuff. And then when she came up with it, he said, oh, no, thanks. I don't need it. I'm good. So Fatima was pissed. But Andy said, I'll eat the cake anyway. So they show Zach. And he shows up at her office. Why? Zach, are you at Fatima's office? So Fatima is annoyed. She said, he must be coming to see you. She said, girl, she telling Andy, he coming to see you. She's like, what are you doing in my office, Zach? Well, you wouldn't answer my calls. Dude, this ain't the airport. You don't just roll up on people's law firms. What the hell is wrong with you, Zach? This is the stupid Zach that I don't like when they have him act like stupid Zach. Doing little things like this. And I don't want, she's like, I don't want to talk to you. He's like, but I needed to talk to you. If somebody's not answering your calls, that's because they don't want to talk to you. Can you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? It's like, really, Zach? So he's in there. She's telling him, he's like, but I think what we had was good, but she said, it's over. He said, I felt something for you. She said, yeah, but it's over. I'm sorry. I really got annoyed at Zach with all of this, And he said, I want to come to your house and talk to you tonight. He said, I know. She said, the only thing you had was your ex. And he said he wanted to talk to her. There was something else I was going to tell y'all, he said. Because she was mad. She kept saying, this is so disrespectful showing up to my job like this. It really is. But it was something about him and Karen. Like he loved both of them, but she made him feel like he could be a better person. That's what Fatima did for him. She's like, well, whatever. She didn't care it was over. So she goes back and talks to Andy about it. She got him to leave. And Zach and Andy shares that she always liked Zach. But she didn't like him for Karen because she thought Karen could do better. So, what are we saying to Fatima? Because that's how the girls feel about you, Andy, and think you could do better than Gary. But you ain't listening to them now, are you? Anywho, what else happened? Let's see. I'm feeling like I'm leaving something. But she said she just left it at, I just want you to know for the record, I always like Zach. So then, and she told me I wouldn't put something about her girls' privacy. Or, I don't know, but it just seemed like you too much in Fatima's business because of Zach. And it's Karen's ex. Cut it, Andy. You ain't got jack to say about nothing. Worry about your messed up relationship. Worry about that one, please. Please, honey, please. So then they show Maurice and Calvin. They in the house talking about the issue at the bank. I'm sorry. And he said, Calvin was trying to talk to him. It's at the bank and let Calvin know that, he got knocked the fuck out. he said he punched me. No, you got knocked up out. He said his stuff. And he asked him how his vocal cords were doing when they fought. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't get past that. That was so funny. And he said, look, I'm just done with it. If that's what she wants, then that's what she can have. That's what she wants. He said, well, he all like rugged and stuff and tough. And He all ghetto and stuff, and he got a big dick. He said, "What you working with, Calvin? What you working with over there?" He trying to look over his pants. "What you working with, Calvin?" He said, "Could you shut up and stop doing it?" He said, "I think it's time for you to move on, Calvin." And he said, "I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut loose, and I'm gonna what did he say? I'm gonna cut loose and go wild." And Maurice said, "Well, you could do that back in my bedroom. You could go back and cut loose and go wild in my bedroom. I've been waiting for this." He said, "See what I mean? Every time we try to have a serious conversation, you say some stupid shit like this. I'm getting out of here." And he left. So that was that with them too. You know, they trying to have serious and he's saying stupid stuff. So then Fatima arrives at the photo shoot to see Andy looking fabulous wedding. She looked amazing. I really thought she did. I gotta be honest. She looked amazing in the dress. She really did. And I said, this is it. It's that wedding. He's doing a fake wedding. I mean, a real wedding, but he was disguising it. And then when the girls came in, you really knew something was up then. But before I get to that, let's just get to that part with, where was it? I feel like I missed it, and I don't know where it is. When Zach met that woman at the hotel. Zach met that woman at the hotel. I was thinking it was going to be Preston's mama, but it wasn't. There's some lady that's married to a senator, and one of his jobs is he gets insider trading tips, you know, from people. So because she's going through divorce with him, he going to leave her with nothing. She had $50,000 that she wanted to put on some stock, and she wanted Zach to do it for her. And Zach said, "I read up on this stuff and everything." And he said, "I know this is illegal. This sounds so illegal." You know, and first of all, I said, "You a black man, Zach, meeting some white woman in her hotel room? Are you crazy?" And then she gave you a drink. Your fingerprints is all on the damn glass. Come on now. I know he was scary and stuff, but the idea of making more money is, you know, your curiosity is piqued, especially when you need money. So, but he could have just read up on it and tried to do it himself. I would have said, "Meet me down in the lobby, not in my damn hotel room." That just didn't sound right. She could have screamed rape and he would have went right back to jail. And that's why he had to tell her, "This is illegal. Miss, have you ever been to jail?" "No, I have, and I don't want to go back." You know, and he told her, and I was glad he passed on it. And he kept yelling because he said, "This show looked like a setup and sound like a setup and everything." He right about that. So she was like, no. He was like, "Nope, nope, nope. Don't want to have nothing to do with it." But I'm hoping what he does do is take that $1,000 and put it on it. Because I think she said he'll make 10,000, not 20. I think it was 10, right? Out of that 1,000. Well, hopefully. Oh, excuse me. I would really want that for him. But I thought he had more than 1,000. But he gave everybody money. But I thought Fatima gave him his money back. So he should have more than $1,000. Damn. Zach, what you do with your money, baby? Baby, what you do with your money? Anyway, so he left out the room yelling, making sure I'm leaving without any money. I didn't do anything. I don't want to be involved. And the lady's like, Are you going to tell anybody?" He said, "I don't even know you. You don't know me. I ain't never been here. I ain't leaving with no money. I don't have nothing. I ain't touching nothing. I ain't doing nothing. I'm out of here." You know, and I don't blame him because if there was recordings going on, he was saying everything he needed to say not to be in trouble. So it ends with Danny, Karen, and Sabrina showing up to the photo shoot. And she trying to figure out, "Hey, oh my God, how'd you get here? How did you know?" And they acting like they don't know what to say. And she goes, "Oh, a little birdie told us." And she's like, "Fatima, you told?" Fatima like, "No, it wasn't me. I don't know nothing about it." And then somebody said, "Gary." But hello, you were at the beauty salon and you told Karen you had a photo shoot. Maybe you didn't tell her where. You told her who the photographer was, and you did tell her it was a photo shoot. Hello. But I guess somebody forgot to write that part into the script. Anyway, so, of course, the photographer is slick. I could feel it, right? He was like, "Oh my God, y'all look beautiful. You women are beautiful." He said, "You know what? Let's do a firm. There's some dresses back there and stuff. Y'all should put them on. We got all kind of sizes. You got my size, Karen's like, you got my size." "Yeah, I'm sure. Go look back there and see what you like." And so he said, "We can make it a whole like wedding scene." He said, "I'll give y'all each $500. You know, Danny was like, "Phew, that's just why, what's his name? Gary called her. Because he know money will get her to do stuff. So they went back there. They all tend to pick the powder blue dress. I guess one picked it. They all picked it. But I didn't know why the three of them were standing around while Fatima was at the rack looking through the stuff. They all not sure. I don't trust Gary. This is some stuff. Danny was like, $500. I can use it. Bam. And that's what she did. And she went and found her size. And Fatima still at the rack. I don't know why, but she was still at the rack. And then Sabrina got her size. Danny got hers, right? I said. And then Fatima said, here, Karen, I guess this is your size. And how do you know my size? She said, you about a 2'4"? She said, I used to sell clothes back in the day. You know, Karen getting all funky with her. Why the freak you getting funky with Fatima? Why is it a problem? Why is it a problem? Girl, get over yourself. Get over yourself, because I'm not liking you right now. You're nasty and you're funky right now. And you need to get your ass whooped by Fatima is what you need to get. And maybe that'll wake you up. You might have a gun. She got one too. But if y'all do girl to girl, Fatima will rock your world. I know she will. So stop it. Anyway, I'm sorry. I don't believe in violence. But that attitude, it stinks on Karen. And then when Fatima tried to say something, Karen hanging around to be the last one, she could have got her dress and moved. You know, but she hung around so they could be alone together. And then she gonna walk away when she said, look, Karen, I said, she take her dress and walks off. How you know my size? How you know it? I was like, oh, God. Fatima's good. I don't know how she did it. But anyway, to end it all, they get out there. They trying on the dresses. Everybody's looking fabulous. And the man is there. There's two people in the back, I guess, pretending to be the bride or groom's parents or something. And then Gary comes out in the blue suit, and then Andy's like, what are you doing here, honey? Oh, and why you all dressed up? And he said, I'll take over from here. He wants to get in the middle. And he's like, wait, you got to mess with the picture. He's like, no. He said, I did this because I want to tell you how much I love you and stuff. And I really want to get you, marry you. And this gentleman behind here is a real minister, and he's willing to marry us. I would like to marry you right here, right now. Ooh, if you could see the girls' faces, they were like, what the hairy heck is going on here? They all knew it was something, because they all said they didn't trust him. I said, oh my gosh. So, honey, next week, as you see what's about to happen, people are pissed. They need to talk to her. This ain't going down like this. First of all, Andy, why would you even consider it? Where your mama and your daddy? Where your relatives and your other friends? Why would you even say yes to that without all the people in your life who you love are not there? Not just your girlfriends. Where's your family? You ain't got no family there. Yeah, your girls could be your family, but we're mom and dad. Let's get right with this. Where's his family? Where's his son? Where's his, you know? Anyway, that was my thought about that. What else is happening next week? I forgot. There was something else happening next week that I was like, ooh, honey. Fatima out in the parking lot, still in the dress, and Karen saying something to her. I said, Fatima, baby, stop apologizing to that heifer. You don't owe her no apology. You don't owe none of them an apology. Stop it. You are overextending your graciousness too much. Let it go, girl. So, if I missed anything, you guys, please let me know down in the comment section. If you want to share your thoughts and everything, please put it in the comment section. I want to know what y'all thought about this episode. Anyway, this your girl, Barbie J, saying peace.